opinions, but I don't agree with the Codex build. What's your take on it?
I don't agree either. There's a lot of guides you go on YouTube videos. They all go for that early jungle, get your command up, bit of macro micro management, push some towers mid game, get some god up for your team, be more of a team player. This is really kind of someone to me who wants to be a superstar, who wants to show out in front of everyone else. That's just my take on it. I mean, you've got a team of champions versus a champion team here. It's a bit early to call, I know, but Ophelia mid, that's the idea that I've gotten behind it. Maybe they've practiced this build before.
Maybe.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, people have tried things before.
Maybe indeed, although I think they're going to have to notch this one up for to a failed experiment, because I really don't see this working out well for them. As we see Behemoth and Myrmidon get stuck in with their stuns, although any and nothing coming from it. They're on demand. There's 5 Hellborn heroes mid and only 3 Legion heroes, so they've had to back off. But I'm just looking around now as we see, looks like Eski has put up another ward. They're managing to get rid of that. Well, no, this time it's Robot, and he actually did the countering, so that's definitely what he should do. As we see Behemoth in a bit of trouble, getting taken down there. But yeah, it would actually...
I was going to...
Yeah, if he put up a third sideboard, I would have just died inside. But yeah, no, this time getting it right, putting up the counter ward, getting rid of the counter ward, and then doing his reward. And this time moving it to a... Actually, no, Psycho Breed moved it this time to a different spot. But I'm just looking at... Again, Demented Shaman getting smacked there, getting taken out. Although Valkyrie got the stun out. And then we've got... So Witchslayer getting a stun out as well. Although nothing coming from it. The Hellborn there, although this Behemoth's still down, so they did manage to get that gank off a little bit earlier. But I'm just looking at Predator going back. He's picked up Ghost Marches now. Now I'm just going to have a look at Forsaken Archer. What has she got? She's picked up an early Shrunken Head. I guess it's... I don't know. There's a bit of Disable on the other team, I guess. I don't know. As we see a bit of action at bottom room. As we have as we have Witchslayer go down. I think Bubbles was no, it was actually all Ophelia. I guess the
just there you go.
Solo Pubmaster build in the end, taking out Demented Shaman. Although really, and it's going to count whether or not she can take down Predator. And honestly, a whole stack of Minotaurs would have been more useful. Just the stun, chain stun. But looking at Forsaken Archer, what is her GPM at the moment? She is sitting on 300, so alrightish. We've got Predator on 337 and Valkyrie on 323. So really, I think the Hellborn team have the advantage here of when we're moving into late game. Their late game here is faring a little bit better in the farm department. Although I'm not too sure about the early Shrunken Head on Forsaken Archer. But honestly, there are worse items, so won't go into that too much. But what has Valkyrie picked up? I'm interested to see what she's got. She's gone straight for a Firebrand. So I believe, I don't know, she's either going for a Geometer. How much money has she got at the moment? She's sitting on 800 gold, so could be going for a Frostbite or a Geometer's Bane at this point. As we see Myrmidon picking up Haste Rune at bottom. But I don't know what she's going to go for in the end. Although Valkyrie can't know. As we see Predator pick up a Warp Clef. So Predator getting his attack speed on now. Looks like he's going to pick up a Demonic Curious. But at the moment, Bubbles not faring too well. What is Bubbles on at the moment? 144 GPM. As he's picked up Steam Boots, and that's about it. Really needs to get that port key so he can start initiating for the team. Once he can start initiating for the team more effectively and start tearing, start isolating the enemy team, he'll really have more of an impact on the game. But at the moment,
I just want to make a
yeah, go for it.
I just want to make a shout out to this Valkyrie. He's kept up the intensity pretty much the whole game. We're now into the mid game of it. Start of the game was all there in the team fights. Was able to lane off to Ophelia as predicted. He's been all around. In my opinion, I think he's the one calling the shots by the way he's playing. And at the moment, I'm calling him the MVP. I'd like to see him pull through with the rest of the game. Keep up the intensity that he's doing. As he does make a move, misses with the arrows slightly.
Not going to happen. They really, Forsaken Archer saw them coming a long way off. I think she was fine because they've got that ward up there. But we see the team fight rolling down the mid. Ophelia being chased now by the Hellborn team. As we see, Once Dimension picked up Dimension now, he looks like he's going for the general support. As we see the Fisher come out from Behemoth, cutting off Predator here, although he can just leap over if he can find someone to go for. Although if he sticks around there, it could be in a little bit of trouble. No, he is retreating to safety, just barely in time. The invisibility wearing off. Looks like Valkyrie feeling lucky. Valkyrie has picked up a Geometer's Bane. There we go. She's looking quite dangerous. Bubbles cops up 5 second stun. Are they going to go in and make use of it? No, just baiting out some stuns and stuff. In the end, nothing going down here. As we see, though, it looks like the Legion team are just, the Hellborn are just going to try and keep pushing mid, while the Creep push bottom lane on their own. So if they can just keep this up, they can get a 2-lane push happening at once and just keep the Legion team preoccupied at mid. Or not, actually. It looks like they're rotating the bottom.
It's a good tactic.
They're just rotating the bottom. Looks like they're going to go for a quick ninja push here. Just get in there, get stuck, try and take that town out. Although it's on full HP. And doesn't look like they'll manage it, though. With Valkyrie out of position. Valkyrie could get caught out here. They know the direction she's traveling in. Is Ophelia going to be able to take it out? I don't think so, though. She's got the Geometer's Bane. As we see the leap come out, yeah, she's going to get away quite easily. But the Legion team haven't responded to this push. I don't know what they're doing. They should be down here. They're just giving away a free tower at the moment. They're just all stuffing around in the jungle, all trying to help Forsaken Archer Farm. Here we go. They're coming down to stop the push, but really way too late there. Just not getting stuck in. Really, at this stage of the game, should not be giving away free towers, especially when they're so close to the base and you've got that many people close enough to quickly redeploy and stop that push. As we see Predator making motions to get Kong underway. As we looks like his team are following up, although Blood's got their ward up, so it looks like they're going to get spotted doing it. Really although they've got a ward of their own spotting up in defense, so it looks like they might be able to manage this. Although they honestly wanted to get it happening, they need to do a bit of counter warding first, as the Legion team are well aware of what's going on. So it looks like they're now making their move to stop them, although Behemoth lagging behind a little bit here, needs to get stuck in. As we see Congo already down to 33% HP, the Legion team need to get stuck in here, as I don't know why, but Ophelia has dominated a Spore Spitter week camp thing.
Earthlock.
Okay, I don't know what this Ophelia is doing. She's confusing me. But anyway.
Maybe just on the spot, wanted to get a side out to Kong on the go and could only get out to that. You see, this is what I like about Overpower and Imbalance. They've kept their presence known on their side of the field. They've kept Ophelia less viable without creeps. That's the whole game. You can't nude. Ophelia's really a bit of a waste.
That said, she hasn't been nude.
To be honest, I don't think she's even going for any nude. She's still got it on level 2, so I wouldn't be expecting much on that department.
But I just think it's an additional thing. You've got it there. Why not use it? I mean, it's a bit of a waste if you're not going to be throwing around.
As we see Myrmidon feeling lucky, charging up at Diminished Armor, the Valkyrie close by to surprise support. Myrmidon in a bit of trouble now, gets hit by the Gravia stun. We see the leap coming on Ophelia from Predator. Crippling volley. Leadfield comes out, the Kelpfield. Behemoth ults. Ouch! That's gotta hurt. As the Forsaken Archer, the arrows comes out. As did we see a champion of Newarth come out from professional IMBA, as we see Forsaken Archer also get taken down. So they trade a genocide for Demanded Shaman. Gromo probably pretty happy with his team here, as we've got the Kong here happening. Kong is still low HP. It looks like Predator's going to be able to take this if they just rotate with Valkyrie. They're going to get they've got a genocide, going to get a Kong out of this as well. So easy peasy. Definitely IMBA looking like it's all about IMBA at the moment. They're really dominating this match, but really okay. So now that we know IMBA is raping this match at the moment, if you're on Cabs are here, what would you be doing? We'll throw to Aussie first.
We've been in this position before, and because we're a best of 3, we've decided to concede and get on with the next game. Although saying that, this is a 1-of-1. This is your opportunity to prove that you can come back, and it can be done. I don't know, maybe just trying to fight back, get some early wards up. It's a bit hard because you're going to be down on gold. Morale is also going to be a bit down, but you've really just got to try and fight back. Do a couple of solid plays, maybe stick together a bit more. I just want to point out, I'm surprised that Valkyrie picked up the token, not the Pred. Pred, who I think would be on the front line and first to die other than Volk, but, you know, maybe that's just the way they're going to play it, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Rusty, what about yourself with playing at the moment? I mean, how would you come back? What would you be saying to your team if you're in a captain's role?
I'm just looking at these picks. They have a lot of reach. They've got the Behemoth stun, they've got Myrmidon, they've got Bubbles. They're really not fighting it properly. Against this Predator, you can really use that reach to your advantage and really take it to them.
I'm going to say I would at this point be telling everybody to turtle, and I would actually be shifting the farm away a little bit from Forsaken Archer and trying to get Bubbles and Behemoth into the farming and get them a bit of farm, because really on the Legion team they have great Alpha Strike potential. They can initiate really strongly. Behemoth and Bubbles get a strong initiation off. Really, the Legion, IMBA are kind of screwed. Like we saw Behemoth just wander into that fight and they managed to get an ult off. That really messed with IMBA's lineup. They just got torn apart by that ult. But because he couldn't blink in and get it off like straight away, it wasn't as effective. Couldn't land a good fissure after that as well. So I think if they can get the port keys on Bubbles and Behemoth and just start blinking there, setting up those initiations, just mass disabling and nuking down the team, they will do a lot better in these team fights. So if they can just manage to get those port keys. But I am also going to say, I don't know who this XZ guy is, but I'm not normally this aggressive against players, but I'm face palming at him. He's picked up a level 2 codex. I don't agree with what he's doing. Really, he's trying to play like a solo pub star, and when you're playing, trying to be competitive and trying to be, trying to take, like, you want to, be competitive and take it to the CGI ladder, this isn't really the way you should be playing. I mean, Carriophilia, not what we should be seeing. I really don't agree with this level of codex business. As we see, a Luna...
Definitely not.
Sorry, go Aussie.
I was just going to say, looking back at... it's a bit of a cheap tower for those guys, but map possession, they've got wards all over the place. I think Hellborn are going to start to have a bit of a role. Not much they can do when you can't farm your own jungle. I think Overpower and Imbalance are just going to do that, become overpowered and imbalanced.
I agree, and I'm just going to say they have made a bit of a gaff, though. They've got a Gnome's Wisdom on Witch Slayer and Diminished Shaman. You don't want two of the same because they don't stack, so at least I'm pretty dead sure they don't stack. So yeah, really shouldn't have been building two of them. I mean, Witch Slayer could have built the Gnome's Wisdom and then let Diminished Shaman build up an Astrolabe, which would have been more effective, or even like a Barrier Idol to help protect against Behemoth initiations and Bubble initiations. It would be a lot more helpful than just stacking Gnome's Wisdoms, which doesn't do anything. So next time, a little bit more... Next time, I think just a bit more coordination between the supports. Just, decide on what you're building and say, look, I'm going for this, you go for this. Don't pick them up together. But yeah,
no, exactly. Communication problems. He might have also been going for a skull, changed his mind. He said, she said kind of a role. I'm not sure to give Pred the bonus.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Although would it be that viable with 4 range?
I don't know. I think like if you're winning this easily, a skull definitely would have gone down better than Gnome's Wisdom at any rate. As we see Predator almost just doing a ton of damage with 2 hits on Bubbles, although the Hellborn team having to retreat here, not being able to dive that far. As we see a push now coming out on the mid tower. Really, with Philia down, not a whole lot the Legion team can do to defend here at the moment with all 5 up, and they've still got no portal keys, I think. How much is Bubbles? No portal key. Behemoth has his portal key now, though, so Behemoth definitely looking like more of a threat. So yeah,
I'd like to see a bit of a turnaround.
Yeah, if they can just get Bubbles with the portal key now, I really think that they have the potential to turn this around. As we see, that was a bad fissure, though. As we see,
Hey.
That was close, but no cigar. If he managed to land that stun before...
He could have really surprised them with that portal key. They didn't scale that portal key at all, and yeah.
You're right, it was a bit of a waste opening it up like that, although I guess he was desperate for a kill, and in the end did not work out at all, and backfired badly. Again,
This Codex will do a lot of good.
Didn't even get a chance to use it.
Oh, who just got humiliated? Oh dear. It was one of the Legion guys. I don't know who just got humiliated. It was somebody.
Yeah, don't know.
It doesn't come up in the text, does it? No. Oh dear, that was... Oh dear. That's about all I've got to say. But anyway... just rolling around...
I reckon with the B, maybe he's just not used to playing that character. The captain's caught him on that line. I'm not sure what the current conditions with that team are. It's just one of those things, maybe he's just having an off game.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely that last team fight could have really switched things around with a bit of a surprise.
Also going to say on the Predator has managed to pick up his Demonic Curious, so he's looking kind of fat at the moment. Just looking at Luna, she is building a Not sure what she's building. Actually, she's got a Great Arcana and a Sustainer. That to me says Refresher, but I don't see her building a Refresher. So maybe she's just picked up Sustainer and is trying to go for a Hellflower or something, or maybe, I don't know, Hellflower is all I can think of. Let's see which side is sneaking out some farm here in the bottom lane. Well, the Demented Shaman coming along to sneak some of his own. But looking at Myrmidon's items, Myrmidon Blood been doing a fair bit of warding here, so really being the team's bitch, he's done about all he can with the items, picking up some braces and picking up steam boots. So wise choice, although probably could have traded a bracer for a Blood Chalice just to help him out with mana management, because Myrmidon, of course, needs to use his skills to be effective in combat. Rolling around, we see Witchslayer doing the warding again, so Witchslayer has picked up a Great Arcana. I think he's going for a Spell Shards, I guess, at this point in the game. With they are 20. I'm just going to point this out. Really, at this point, it is no point of no return. We've got IMBA sitting on 23,000 experience in 23,000 experience in the head, and they're 21,000 or almost 22. There we go, 22,000 gold ahead of Cabs here. So really, I don't think they can come back from this. It is just a massive difference. Although we see Forsaken Archer has picked up her Ice Brand, so I don't know, maybe she's getting a bit of farmers. We see Bubbles just shell surfing. Oh no, Bubbles has picked up his Porky as well now, although getting smashed to pieces there, copying the Witchslayer ult and the stun. As we see Predator not giving a stuff about the weak, although going down to a Codex there, after managing to take down Forsaken Archer. What level is that Codex? That did a lot of damage. Still only level 2, so Nature's Wrath doing a fair bit of amplification there. As we see the stuns coming out, the Weed Field and the Fissure taking down Witchslayer in the end. So trading 2 for 2 there. So fairly even engagement. Looks like both teams have their wards up. Although Eski doing, no they don't. It's just Eski doing a whole bunch of counter warding there. But really, as we see arrow coming, is he going to hit? Oh, nice arrow. Very nice arrow there. As we see, is he going to, no, not enough mana for Call of the Valkyrie. The Myrmidon gets the waveform away, managed to barely escape, hits the ult as well, barely escaping with his life there. A nice play from Valkyrie. I'm just looking at her token, actually. She's got a minute 22 to use it up, so they need to definitely, when Predator and Witchslayer get back up, they need to mount a push, or they're going to waste that token. But at the moment, definitely looking like it's all about IMBA. But that said, as I was hoping before, we've got Bubbles. So we've got Bubbles and Portal Key. Bubbles and Behemoth having picked up their Portal Keys. As far as I know, there is no hero called Portal Key. The closest thing we could think of that is Engineer's Turret, who was a hero in its own right once upon a time. But anyway, I digress. So throwing it over to you, Ozzy, have you noticed anything in particular so far?
I don't think nothing's really changed. Map possession, Hellborn have really dominated on the map side. They've got that token. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to use it, although they could just go back to Kong and reclaim it and potentially get a Bananas with it as well. I'd like to see a bit of a fight back here, maybe with Bubs and Behemoth with their port keys, get a bit of a surprise attack. I don't think they can change the way the game's going to be turn out to be, but maybe they can get a team fight win in here somehow.
Well, I've just noticed that Ophelia, desperate for creep, dominated a Hellborn creep with 10 HP left and sent it to Scout Kong, so quite desperate for creep apparently. But we've got, looks like they are going to mount a push him in, but how long does Valkyrie have left on it? It's gone. The token is wasted, so bit of a waste of potential there, as we've got Blood again hiding his wards, although I think that's in range if they are careful to spot it out. But Valkyrie also having picked up a Frostwolf, so she's looking quite fat, quite dangerous. As we see the Fissure come out from Behemoth, just stunning those heroes. As it looks like, though, they need to wait for Myrmidon to come back up before they can mount any serious defense. So, although they might want to go while the Creeper there, so Behemoth can get a good ult off. Although they need to go soon, though, because that barracks is taking a fair bit of damage, so they need to get stuck in fairly soon. As we've got 5 seconds left on. Here comes the Portal Key and ult from Bubbles and Behemoth. Although I think there was a shell surf in actually, but down goes nobody. Actually, down goes Bubbles, down goes Behemoth, paying for the lives with that initiation. Obviously not strong enough at this point, although Demented Shaman and Valkyrie almost going down in the process, although down goes Predator in the end. Diving just a little bit too far, but they've lost Forsaken Arch in the process as well. Myrmidon's still getting stuck in though. Witchslayer taking a ton of damage. Now a Luna taking a bit of damage, but Demented Shaman's there. The arrow comes out, narrow miss. The stun comes out, and down goes Myrmidon. Went a little bit too brave in. Now goes down goes Ophelia. No hope there. I think she's still only got that stupid Codex. Yep, that's all she's got, a Codex, which she has upgraded to level 3. A lot of fact.
that was a better team fight by the Legion. I think they've got potential. I mean, there's a couple of names in there I've seen before play, and good on them for giving it a go. This imbalanced team are a bit more experienced before. Sure, they only had 24%, but I've seen their names somewhere, so they played pretty solid. Props to Volk, solid build as well.
Yeah, I might just throw out, some of them used to play with Inco, if anybody remembers him. They used to play on the same team as him. I think some of them still even know him in RL. But I'm going to say definitely a good team fight. Definitely like a much better coordinated team fight from the Legion team at the end. They're right at the end with the portal keys blinking and the double ult from Bubbles and Behemoth. But unfortunately, too little, too late, just too late. They couldn't. I mean, when you're 28,000, 25,000 experience behind, 25,000 gold behind plus, it's really just too late, and you're going to get smashed down. Even if you land perfect initiations, the other team is just too farmed up, too fat to be dealt with. But anyway, you've been watching a Netgame Radio podcast. My name is Triumph Man, and joining me in the studio tonight has been Rusty and Spot the Aussie from Cash Money Heroes as guest casted. Thanks a lot, guys. Shout out to you for jumping in and helping me out here. Anyway, you've been watching a Netgame Radio podcast. Until next week, I don't think we'll be getting a weekend cast up, but until next week, catch us again.